Oh my Lanta, it is Sunday Night Live. If you can guess by the title, tonight's wow, tonight's live stream is about the game of life. Life will throw us obstacles that we don't expect. Life will throw us challenges that we don't know if we can meet them. And my friends, right now, I'm in one of them challenges. And I just wanted to come on tonight and find out if any of you are battling the same kind of challenges in your life. And if you feel stuck, what you can do in order to help yourself get over that hill and help yourself to not pick up a drink or drug and to help yourself be able to take whatever is happening in your life in this amazing game of life and make it positive and healthy for you in your world. I see somebody's there. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you can hear me fine through the headphones that I have on. I drove up to the hill where I like to go, and I just wanted to shoot this live stream to make sure that everybody is doing all right and figure out why my hand is in the way. There it is. I love an alcoholic. Hey, how are you today? So I wanted to come on and talk about the game of life because you know, as you definitely know, life throws you things that you don't expect. Well, for me, I'm in it right now. For the last couple of weeks, I thought everything was going well, and it's not. Um, don't get me wrong, life is good, but parts of it is kind of questionable because I don't even know why what is happening is happening. Let me get off my pity party. So, the whole point of this is that we can expect certain things to happen and we can expect DJ Better. It is so good to see you here along with I Love an Alcoholic. I appreciate you guys and it's really good to see you. um I'm kind of on a tangent tonight because I didn't plan anything once again, but I came up here because I'm frustrated, and it's hard to pretend that things aren't going on in my world when they are. And it's hard to kind of hold this in. And I feel like coming on here tonight and talking to you guys is a good way to get this off my chest and decompress a little bit and to maybe make sense of it without directly getting to the point. And the reason I'm doing that is out of respect for the other party. So, guys, it is great to see you here. It is Sunday, and it is a beautiful day where I am. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's really nice here, and I'm enjoying the time outside. So it's cool. But so I'm having this issue in my game of life, and it's not huge, but it is one that has a full impact to everything I do and everything that um, I don't know, everything that I thought was real, but it's not. So hot as heck. DJ Better, I believe that is a nice, like comfortable 68 degrees where I am right now. And if that makes you jealous, we had a hot week the last couple of weeks, but for now, it is pretty okay. I think fall is going to come in, and I can't wait. I'm kind of excited because that means ski and snowboard season. And what that means for me is I get to go on the mountain and instruct some folks and get paid to do it. So that's pretty awesome, I think. Which in my game of life, folks, what this live stream is all about, and you, because you guys are in my game of life. So I think the other party, and I might be like totally off base here, but I think the other party in my game of life is resentful of the fact that I have a job that pays me to go and do things that are a lot of fun and that are really exciting and that I'm happy. I really, really, really think that the other party is resentful of that. Now, I've talked about this before, and I'm trying to curb it a little bit because, I told the other party that I wouldn't talk about them. But this is really on my mind. This is really on my mind bad, and it's really aching me in my game of life. And I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing with it that is could be beneficial in your life as well and in your game of life. So I've asked this person directly, what what is the issue? What is the true problem? What is the real deal, Holyfield? Don't hold back. Just tell me what it is. And they don't. They don't talk about it. Um they don't want to engage it and whatever. And that's okay. I mean, that's just unfortunately in my life living sober, that's the way that I have to kind of approach things is in a direct manner. And I have to approach them with, is this going to lead me to a resentment? Is this going to lead me to thoughts of drinking and so on and so forth? And the reason I can't drink, folks, is because when I pick up a drink, I'm not going to stop until it's all gone. I'm not going to stop until, you know, I'm done, till I'm over. So that's the reason why I cannot go back to the drink. I love an alcoholic. Heck, I'd take a crappy job over being unemployed any day. 5 months of that is plenty enough. You know what? I feel that. Um, I feel that. I've been unemployed before, and yes, it is a little bit of a pity party, but I'm trying not to do that. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But being unemployed does suck. And if you need any help, let me know with the as far as employment goes, because um, I don't know what the market's like where you are. I love an alcoholic. It might be a little bit different than where I am, but I do have a couple resources. So, and you're unemployed too, DJ? Man, I am fortunate, and my heart goes out to you guys because I do know what it's like to not know where the income is going to come from, and those kind of stresses that can definitely compound to, you know, us running back to our solution. And I mean, that might not apply for everybody, but if it does apply to you, then, hopefully that's not where you're going with that. And DJ Better, I do have some connects in the States also. So if you guys want to hit me up later, I can definitely maybe point you a couple directions that could help you out, maybe finding a job, if that's something you're interested in. So what do I do with all this stress? And now, my friends, in your game of life, what are some things, and being unemployed is a part of that game. So what where am I going? What do you do in order to combat negative actions from the thoughts that you have about being unemployed? Does that make sense? Maybe. All right. Well, I wish I was like super cheery and stuff right now, but unfortunately, as I said, so what do I do with that? What do I do with, my other party having resentments that they're not telling me about and that they're holding in, how that's affecting me? How do I deal with that in a way that could be positive? Well, in this game of life, and I keep saying that because I have to put myself in the context that I'm only a single piece in it. And I think that is a healthy way to see that. And what can I do with my little peg, with my little piece? Well, for me, I can only take care of myself. For me, I can only answer for myself. And for me, I can choose how I feel about what another person is thinking or feeling, right? So, what I choose to do with this is I can only control myself. So that means I will do my awesome job. I will try to be understanding and empathetic to the other party if they decide that they actually want to fully open up. I will try to make things work as best as possible. But, folks, I'm an alcoholic, so therefore my brain is already hardwired to run to a bottle. And so, what do I have to do with that? What would you do with it? Before I answer that, DJ Better, I love an alcoholic. The other people in here, what would you do in your world as far as finding a solution with a problem that is not yours, really? It's another person's problem, but is projecting on you. Yeah, I think I said that correctly. Oh, while we're contemplating that, yesterday I went to the Netherlands, right? And I went to the Netherlands to go snowboarding once again. And how is my hand getting in there? Oh, there we go. All right, I'm on my cell phone. I'm in my truck. I'm on the hill. So that's why you're seeing a piece of my hand. And I'm going to shift that right up under that camera just like that. Ooh. Okay, so is that a better image? Um, so I say so a lot. Seriously, I don't know if the other person won't talk about it. What do you mean? So the other person is awesome, but passive aggressive. And so I have to pick up on the way they feel through the web of words and actions that they say and do. That's how I have to kind of piece that together. And, unfortunately, not getting a direct answer is harsh. Now, we've spoke about this before. We spoke about this before a couple times, and it was a case just as I described. So the person was resentful of me for some reason being happy, which is understandable to a certain extent. However, how long, or rather, what's the validity period of my former self as an alcoholic to my current self as living sober, doing the best I can in my life, making improvements where I can, making amends where I can, and it just doesn't seem to be enough. Now, in this game of life, here's what I've also considered. And I could be totally off base, but I think it's important to talk about this because some of you might be in the same predicament. I also think that maybe it's just a case of it's run its course. Maybe there's so much time and energy and um, compassion and all these other things that have just really run out and the energy is gone. I got it. I totally understand. I do, but just I I wish they would tell me directly because then we could make a final, like, I don't know, are we staying together? Are we not? Whatever. It's not whatever because we've invested a lot of life into this relationship. And so um honestly, I mean, I know I've done what I did in my drinking history, and I know how damaging that was, and I know the effects of, or the long term effects of my actions. And I've tried to make amends through my actions as well as direct, but I'm not sure exactly, where it's going to go. So it's got me a little stressed out. Carl, what's up, brother? How are you? You're fighting the dragon. What dragon are we speaking about? Yeah, I got it, man. Um, well, there's some friends here also. Welcome, by the way, Carl. There's some friends here who are also on their journey, and we can all share our experience, as they say, experience, strength, and hope, in hopes that it helps you move my daggone hand. I got it. Um, that dragon is literally a beast, and that dragon is hard to tackle. Um, what do you think? How do you think, Carl, that, well, let me rephrase that before I go like deep into the weeds here. Carl, tell us about, if you want to, it's totally up to you. Tell us about your experience with alcohol and where you are right now. Now, you don't have to. That's just if you want to. So, if you drop that on there, be aware I might pop it on the screen, okay? That's just because that's something I do. Uh, DJ Better, I thank you. And I hope things are about, how things are going and everything. So I just want to, be certain. 4 years sober, Carl, what is happening? That's right. So you're 4 years sober and you're fighting the dragon. Do you feel that you're vulnerable at the moment? Because, I know for a fact that um, for a couple years I was doing the same thing. So I totally get it. And congratulations on 4 years. So DJ writes, if the other person is not happy seeing you happy, that is very telling. You know what, DJ and everybody else, I I think I got that. But I think a part of me is just not. It's just not ready to let go. It's just not ready to um, throw in the towel. Now, do I think that I could definitely go on my own? Yeah, I do. Do I think that I'd find happiness? Absolutely. Do I truly want to? No. However, it might be what she wants. So I don't know. We're gonna see how it runs its course. And I appreciate you guys letting me take the time to have my little pity party about this and to share it with you because um, it was really eating me up and it was really getting me to a place where um, I, I wasn't thinking clearly. So I appreciate it. I'm starting to feel a little better and I think it's awesome of you guys. Let's see. Carl, talk to us about that complacency, brother. Um, if you decide to pop that up there, that's okay. We'll talk about it and then we will, you know, see how we can help each other. All right, DJ, I'm coming right back to you. Let's see. I love an alcoholic. I struggle a lot with resentment and I've been a total a hole to undeserving people because of it. I think it was because of the drugs, at least partially. Well, yeah. Um, I too, I too struggle with resentment, and I harbor. I guess people call it holding a grudge. Now, I used to be able to hold a grudge until my last breath, and I was an a hole to people, so I totally get it. I love an alcoholic, and I was um, very angry all the time. When I started letting go of resentments, when I started just doing what I could with what I could control, then and then in most cases they weren't real anyway. But when I let go of them, I felt better. I thought better, and I put out my emotions a little bit better. So DJ Better, have you asked them if they want to continue? Yes. DJ Better, have you asked if they want to continue the relationship? I have. Um, but I haven't quite gotten a clear answer. And we've been at this point before. I think it was just before Christmas. And, I found out some things and blah, 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 blah. And we sat and we had a talk and we decided that we were going to go our separate ways and we decided we were going to be roommates. And then we decided to try it again. And now we're kind of at the same point. So I'm kind of thinking that perhaps it's run its course, and perhaps, I mean, we're just not wasting each other's time, but doing the dance to do the dance. You know what I mean? I hear horns or something. Like I said, I'm outside. Carl, we all get complacent. It's easy if you don't stay focused on your sobriety and you get used to the grind, the routine, and everything else. At least in my experience, I got used to it, and I got used to um, just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's the same way my alcoholism was. Is I'd come home, drink till I passed out or whatever in between happened, and then I'd wake up, clock out my next drink, go to work, get the drink, do the thing, and on and on and on and on. So I totally get it. I love an alcoholic. I'm better now. At least I try to be. I don't want to be that brat anymore. um, I feel that, DJ. I'm gonna put this up on the screen in just a second. Um, I'm better also, and I think we all are. Me, you, Carl, DJ, Timber. I think we all are better. However, we're human, and sometimes we fall back to old responses and old behavior and old attitudes. And I think that's where we got to put ourselves in check a little bit, is to say, hey, is this former behavior? Is this me just, for lack of better words, bitching about what I can't do, or crying about what I don't have, or those kinds of things? And when I get caught in those places, I need to pull myself out of them really fast, because that can go down a spiral that it turns into a trend, and I get caught in that trend. And for Carl, that's exactly where my complacency went, is going back to old behaviors. So I totally get it. DJ, I have heard that many relationships break up when someone gets sober because the whole dynamic changes. I think you're spot on. Um, I think that is a very true statement, and that is a statement that I think a lot of us don't want to hear. For real. Um, I don't want to hear it. And the reason I don't want to hear it is because it's true. And then the reason I don't want to acknowledge it is because I think maybe that's what's happening right now, is that, the dynamic does change. Like, I was used to being the one that caused the chaos and the turmoil and earthquakes in my relationship, and the other party was used to coming in and cleaning up the wreckage and being that thing that I needed in order to make me a little bit gooder. And perhaps, you know, you know, they were a fixer in my entire drinking history, and well, almost the entire thing. And now they're not. Now I don't need them, and they don't need me. If you put it in literal terms. So what is there to hold us together? Because if our whole relationship was structured around that fix and break, I don't know. Maybe that cloak of things is gone. Maybe that need and that codependency, since it doesn't exist anymore. You're right, DJ. It may be done, and it may be better. So Carl writes, missed you. You helped me sober up when I was out there. I had quit for 37 years. Carl, you, my friend, congratulations. So you stopped drinking for 37 years, and then you went back out. And are you saying you're sober now? Because that's fantastic. 27, 27. Hang on. I'm so sorry, guys. 27 years and had dental surgery and got blanked in the head, drank one beer, and within 3 months was drinking 12. Carl, I put that on the screen because A, I couldn't read it because I don't have my glasses on. And then B, when I had dental surgery, and I relate to this completely, I was in pain and they gave me another medication and I decided I was going to drink with that medication. Um, but I'm glad to see you're back in the fight. I'm glad to see that you recognize that you might be getting complacent. So, um, hats off to you. And I appreciate you being here. And you must have a lot of wisdom for that long term sobriety. And I am here tonight, my friends. I'm here tonight on this live stream so that I don't become complacent and so that I don't think that a drink is going to help me fix this because I know for a fact that it won't. And that's kind of what I wrote in the title as well is, will alcohol fix it? No, alcohol will not fix it for me. Alcohol will not change a thing about what is happening in my game of life, folks. And I'm so happy that you guys are here to chime in. The Thrive Dude, life is a daggone garden. Dig it. And I'm sorry that camera's so shaky. I have to find a good spot for that phone. That Thrive Dude, how are you, brother? All right, so you guys are hitting some really good points, and I'm absolutely thrilled that I came on here, and I'm absolutely elated that you guys are part of a beating organism in order to help each other. I think that's really good. And I'm not just saying that to say it because, you know, I'm an alcoholic. So I got to say things that matter living sober deliberately. And that's weird, especially when it comes to conflict. And that goes with this game of life. And that goes with resentments. And that goes with fighting the beast. And that goes with complacency and everything else. Conflict will determine who we are and who we've become. You can either have healthy conflict or you can have result conflict. And result conflict for me is getting drunk. And that's not happening, my friends. I have to find healthy conflict. And the way we do that is by being direct, being open, being honest. And I think that is critical to us healing in recovery and building on the blocks that we have value and we are able to offer our value to other people. I don't know. That makes sense like two nickels for me. There's another one for you, Thrive dude. Um, makes makes sense like two nickels. Um, living life one day at a time. Love it. Thrive dude. Great seeing you. Keep on living and being awesome. Well, you know what? You keep on living and being awesome too. And that goes for all you guys out there doing the daggone thing because it's tough. And in this game of life, for folks that don't think it's tough, maybe you have it easy, but I don't. And, um, for those of us navigating this game of life and we're trying to change the behaviors that we have and we're trying to change the way that we handle stress, conflict, relationships, engagements, um, social life and everything else, we can do it without a drink. And I know that a drink won't fix it for me. And that's where this title goes back to. If I go back to the bottom of 12 ounces, folks, I ain't coming back. And I know that for certain. So therefore, I'm not. But I was thinking about it. And I got to be honest with you guys. I was thinking about it. But it's just not going to work in my world. It's not going to work in the way that I view things now. And it's not going to work in the way that I communicate with people anymore. So, I communicate through being real. I communicate through trying to be helpful. And that's why I'm glad to see you guys because I needed some help today and I appreciate you. Carl, You're up. When I stopped this time, I found myself watching porn, and y'all read it, right? You know what, Carl? You're not the only person that that happens to. You're not the only person that, you know, people do get complacent, and you can find yourself doing a lot of things that you thought were over with, and you could find yourself doing a lot of things that, you know, are just a quick release. Horrible choice of words, but anyway, a quick relief to a short problem. Uh, my problems will get bigger, and when I don't know, we try to fill voids with a whole lot of things, right? We try to fill voids with what makes us feel good at the moment, and that was my whole alcoholic life, is what feels good right now. What can I do right now to make these endorphins pop off, to make the dopamine kick in? What can I do at this very moment, regardless of the consequence? And that's what was happening in my alcoholism, in my game of life, for 23 plus years when I was drinking. So living sober, I fill that void of loneliness with a whole lot of other things. And I feel the need to kick up my dopamines with my sporting activities, and, you know, the way that, I'm outside right now. I mean, that's one step. DJ Better, you can contact me and anyone else, one sober to another at gmail.com. And once I know you're legit, I'll pitch you my WhatsApp and we can just chat normal there. I think that's a safer way to do it. I know that sounds weird, but in today's age and some of the things I've seen on that interweb, that might be the best way to go. Instant gratification, that's the problem. Why bother doing something when you can take a shortcut? You know what? Bam, you're going on the screen. I love an alcoholic. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about, is instant gratification. And I can't say what it is for you, but for me, it was getting drunk. For me, it was that 12 minutes when I got home, I would just pound beer until I got that feeling once again. And Carl, I'm going to slap you up on that screen in just a moment. Um, the instant gratification comes from a whole lot of things. And, I could chalk that up to like going shopping for a car. When I went shopping for a car as like a 19-year-old, it didn't matter like how much something cost. I knew that I wanted something fast, and I wanted something that looked good and something that had a lot of power. And if I didn't get it, I was going to be angry for the next 3 weeks. So, in my 8 years of sobriety and living sober, I did both. I bought my truck, which was actually not instant gratification. It was a long process. However, I bought my truck. Before that, I bought a vehicle that I needed, and that could get me from place to place. And I did that with a lot of selflessness, and I did that with a lot of thought, and a lot of thought to the economics behind owning a car and financing and all that stuff. But when I was 19, that didn't matter. You want to catch me at 22%? I got you. If you want to put me in something that's going to have like 12 miles per gallon, no problem, as long as it's got 298 horsepower. Back in the day, that was big, so don't knock it right now. But yes, instant gratification is a shortcut, and it gets a lot of people in trouble. Moving on. Okay, Carl. I have an MBA, was an Eagle Scout, was an altar boy, and ROTC graduate. Congratulations. Retired 53 from a successful real estate investing career. Awesome sauce. And still went to the bottle. You know what? Being an alcoholic is not a exclusive group. We are not unique, and nobody is immune. So I definitely get you. I mean, a lot of us here, we've had full careers of everything, and we've had um, the tops that life can pass you. And we went to the bottle also. Alcohol does not care. Once your brain is wired, my friends, to rely on alcohol as a survival mechanism, as well as that pleasure dome, it's a wrap. Your body has a response that, DJ, I got your email. So I'll hit you up in a little bit, okay? So just know that, folks, if you're here and you're here for the first time and you're curious, alcoholism does not care who you are. It does not care what you do. It does not care what you look like, what you believe. It will take over your life, and it will take your life if you are not able to find the support you need in order to get better and realize that alcohol is not the solution if you're an alcoholic like me. Let's see. I love an alcoholic. There it is, one more time. The reason I like that up there is because, that instant gratification falls into the same scope of alcoholism. For me, it did anyway. And when I was in the United States Army, it didn't care what I was doing. I knew I had to get drunk because my brain was taught, if you give me a little, I want it all. And so I needed that gratification, and that gratification came in the form of going to clubs, going to places I didn't belong, going to um, people's houses that I didn't know, getting drunk, taking their drinks, and on and on and on, driving drunk. It didn't matter. I needed something, and I needed it then, and I needed it right then. And that was fueled through my alcoholism, and to an amplified effect where I didn't know what was up, what was down, what felt good, what felt bad. I just knew that getting drunk made me feel good. So I love an alcoholic. I thank you for hitting that up. I do live in Europe, and Carl, love you too, bro. Um, okay, email me, and okay, you can come to Germany. Yeah, I'm in Germany. I'm in Germany. I've been in Germany for about 20 years, on and off. I did 5 tours here in the Army, and then I retired here 2018, and now I'm still here. So that's pretty dope. And I get to see a whole lot of stuff, folks. And that's the way my game of life has kind of flown. Is um, I've been in all around Europe, all around the world, and 23 years of it I can't even remember because I was living as an active alcoholic, and that took a lot of this away. And unfortunately, I can't remember a whole lot of stuff. But the last 8 years been amazing. So, my friends, I'm gonna leave the next couple minutes open for you guys. So if you have anything burning on your brain, because I took up a lot of this time, and I wanted to really offer it to you guys. Yeah, technology is awesome. Ooh, I love an alcoholic. You're coming to Berlin in the summer? Oh, September. Right on. Are you guys going out to? Well, I guess Oktoberfest is in Munich. But that's cool. So you'll be in the neighborhood. That's actually really awesome. So if you guys get a chance, hit me up and maybe we can link up. I don't know. That'd be cool. Carl, you too. I like meeting people. As a matter of fact, I went on a trip with this person, and it turns out that he works for the Army Substance Abuse Program here at the hospital. And he asked me, actually, him and I started chatting, and I offered to him, hey, could I come out and talk to the service members there about the real deal about, alcoholism and what it can do to your career? And he was like, yeah, man. And so I got to hit him up, and I'm actually thinking about asking him to be a sponsor for me. DJ. All right. My son was out of town. I was home alone. I got blasted. I was a dum dum. Hey, life. That's the game of life. And unfortunately, um, well, I'm glad you're here for one. I'm glad you're okay. And I'm glad that, you know, you know, we always have opportunity if we try new things. And if we are tuning into sober live streams, if we are venturing outdoors, if we're doing things out of the routine of our normal active use, drinking or drugging, then we are making strides to become better, DJ better, and we are making strides to change the way we feel about, what our substance is doing for us in our lives. Now, DJ, I don't know why you think you did what you did, and it's not wrong, it's not right. It's just life. But I'm glad you're here. So thank you. And I appreciate the honesty because I like to be honest with you guys. I love an alcoholic. No Oktoberfest. I gave him concert tickets for his birthday. Yeah, I shouldn't have said Oktoberfest. I just thought about that. And I've never been to Oktoberfest. And the reason is because I wouldn't trust myself there. I just don't go to that. Um, DJ Better, thank you for being here today. And thank all of you guys for being here today because we're only as good as the people we surround ourselves with. And if we want help, then we surround ourselves with people who are helping. If we want other stuff, we surround ourselves with those people. If we want to be successful, we surround ourselves with never mind. You get the point. Um, but yeah, so I wouldn't go to Oktoberfest because, I just didn't trust myself. I didn't trust what I would do. Um, there's only one goal at Oktoberfest, and that's not to have a 4-liter Sprite. Meh. Okay, guys. So, look, thank you for being here today. Thank you for letting me be honest with you. Thank you for being honest with me, or us rather. Thank you for visiting if this was your first time. If you decide that, you need anything, just let me know. And I love an alcoholic. I didn't forget about the hat. It's still in my back seat right here. So I'm going to sing that other hat. If I see you in September, I'll just do a drive-by to wherever you're at, give you the hat and drive away. We could do that too. So, my friends, have a good Sunday. Have a healthy week. And not hopefully, I'll see you next Sunday. I'm going to shoot a couple videos in between and pop them up on the channel for you guys because you're awesome. Thank you, and let me know if I could do anything for you. Bye-bye.